They're off and running this time. Cosset away quickly down on the inside, so is Mavourtrice. Hurricane Lord No Speed is getting back after the jump away. Cosset led now from Mavourtrice. Further out here is Sun Power, Top Slice. Freedom Fun's the widest runner, 2 or 3 Super Elegant. Further back Rory's Thought, and last of all Hurricane Lord. Moving up quickly Sun Power on the outside of Cosset, and splitting them in the middle is Mavourtrice as they come up to the turn now with about 500 to go. A length and a half to Top Slice. Further back Freedom Fun's on the inside, Super Elegant. 2 Hurricane Lord and Rory's Thought last of all turning. Cosset the inside of Mavourtrice at the 400-metre mark, with Mavourtrice right on the outside here of Cosset, a little between them. Super Elegant switch back to the fence, and then Sun Power, and Top Slice is shouldering out. Running on from Freedom Funds. Mavourtrice got it set in front from Cosset. The inside then Super Elegant, and further out Top Slice. Cosset, Mavourtrice and Top Slice coming at them. Top Slice out wide, getting up to Cosset. Top Slice got its nose in front. Top Slice wins it ahead on the line. Cosset ahead third is Mavourtrice. A gap in the race, Super Elegant. Then on the inside Hurricane Lord. Further back in the race then came Rory's Thought, followed by Freedom Funds. And after showing up to the home turn, Sun Power last of all.
3 Top Slice, $11.80 and $2.20. 1 Cosset, $1.20 and 4 Mavourtrice, $1.50.
Judges call for the photo in 55.8. Blistering gallop with Top Slice slowly but surely gathering up Cosset and Mavourtrice to the line. And number 3 goes in the frame. Number 3, Top Slice. Number 3. Number 1 is second, Cosset. And third will go to number 4, Mavourtrice. 3, 1 and 4. Last couple of bounds, just a couple of big bounds right near the line, the pull and the weights. And it has got Top Slice home, probably close to, not quite a neck, almost a neck, and about a long head third, Mavourtrice. In a great battle, Cosset leading, Mavourtrice going up outside it, Sun Power showing some speed up, making a line of 3 up to the turn. Cosset got away from the fence, Super Elegant switch back there, looked a bit of a hope. But by gee, they're running some time up in front. And just after Mavourtrice actually put its head in front down to the 200-metre mark over Cosset. Cosset came back again, and then Top Slice. And here Beatman had to angle out and turn at right angles. A couple outside him had to just change path and pull back away from him as he turned out fairly abruptly on Top Slice to get a crack at them. And it got the last couple of bounds in. Good finish. Numbers are... And they're off and running. Out in a good line, Archangel, and also showing speed as Manahai Miss after the start with Lacola. Archangel driven hard around the outside, quickly clears Manahai Miss, Lacola third. 2 to Cambion Stad, followed by Eliza Park, and out 3 wide on that first turn is Keener, a length and a half, Heaps of Fun, Pareto. Shades of Stubborn, followed further back by Rainbird Blue and Normandy on the inside. At the turn at the 850, Archangel out by nearly 2 lengths to Manahai Miss, 2 further back, Cambion Stad. The outside of it, Lacola fourth. They're running right along in front, about 2 lengths further back. Heaps of Fun got up on the inside of Eliza Park, and Kalina is out 3 deep. 2.5 Shades of Stubborn, then Pareto. 3/4 into Rainbird Blue, about 10 lengths from the front, and Normandy last of all. 5.50 out. Archangels really run along in front, straightened up by a length and a half to Manahai Miss. Cambion Stad back inside Lacola, then Heaps of Fun. Pareto back to the fence from Keener. Rainbird Blue still about 8 lengths off them down the outside. Archangel down at the 250, a length and a half in front of Manahai Miss and Lacola. Pareto with nowhere to go, further out Eliza Park, and Heaps of Fun starting to finish pretty well. Heaps of Fun, Lacola hit the front together from Eliza Park. On the inside, Lacola in front of Heaps of Fun, and Lacola, I'd say, is just one from Heaps of Fun. Third's tight. Wider out here is Keener. Close up is Eliza Park. Normandy, Pareto back to the fence, and then Cambion Stad, Shades of Stubborn. Archangel went very hard in front from Manahai Miss, and also in that bunch is Rainbird Blue, cluttered up just near the line.
10 the winner, Lucola, $7 and $2.10 from number 4, Heaps of Fun, $1.80. Prominent for third, we have 8, Keener, $3, and 7, Eliza Park at $5.80.
Judge calling for the photo here, race number 2. Lacola getting to the front, Heaps of Fun having a real battle with it. And the photo call for a number 10 gets it, number 10 Lacola, just from Heaps of Fun. Very keen race. Number 4 second, Heaps of Fun. And third's pretty tight. There are about 4 of them there in a blanket for third placing. Very keen race with the pace on from Archangel. What did they run? 197. Lacola and Heaps of Fun picked it up. Pareto was back nearer the inside. And then there are challenges out wide here. Keener, Manahai Miss, Eliza Park. There's a blanket of them there for that third number, so the judge having a bit of time sorting them out for third. But Lacola just gets in here, probably about a short head over Heaps of Fun, and very, very close for third placing. 197. Now let's have a look here. It looks like a dead Gee, it's close to a triple dead heat here for third. Keener, Pareto and Eliza Park. Now, you'll probably go Keener and Pareto. I think they'll dead heat for third. And it's a dead set eyelash then to Eliza Park, looking at the projected photo up on the screen now. So I doubt if you'll sort them out between Keener and Pareto for third. And Eliza Park's probably just missed by a whisker to make it a triple dead heat for third placing. Rainbow Blue.
And they're off and running, and immediately Stormont dropping out the back with coveted and Salam's Tip, and Rosebank from an inside alley is the early leader from He's Embargoed. Back in Dubai is right up with the leaders, and the same but trapped out very wide Knickerbocker Kid. About a length and a half further away is Stormont on the inside, a Shining Magic, and then a break to Two-Time Tart and coveted the fence from Sen Rosa, and 2 lengths to Salam's Tip. They race along to the first corner near the 1,000 marker, and Rosebank leads the way 3/4 of a length on He's Embargoed. Knickerbocker Kid, no luck, wide out third. 3 lengths to the favourite back in Dubai, a length the Stormont, followed by Two-Time Tart, and then Shining Magic, Salam's Tip coveted, and Sen Rosa whips them in, coming onto the side and passing the 750, and Rosebank leads the way 3/4 to a length. He's Embargoed. Wider out Knickerbocker Kid, not a lot of pace on from Stormont. Back in Dubai on the outside of Stormont from Two-Time Tart, coveted over on the rails, then Shining Magic, and second last is Salam's Tip, and still absolute is Sen Rosa as they come to the corner in the first at the Gardens, and the leader is Rosebank, narrowly though from He's Embargoed. Knickerbocker Kid, a length and a half to back in Dubai, followed by Stormont, and on the extreme outside Salam's Tip. Here's back in Dubai. He and Salam's Tip have raced clear of their rivals, and down to the 200 Salam's Tip takes over narrowly from back in Dubai, then coveted, and Knickerbocker Kid back in Dubai will not give in. He's going to outgun Salam's Tip, I'd reckon. Yes, he is, and it's 3 out of 3. Back in Dubai has beaten Salam's Tip, and then coveted nosed Sen Rosa for third, and then Knickerbocker Kid followed at the head of the others by on the outside Two-Time Tart, Rosebank, Shining Magic, and the last 2 in was Stormont, and tailed off He's Embargoed.
Back in Dubai, Huey Bowman, $2, $1.20. 3, Salam's Tip, 170, and 7, coveted, 180.
First race at the Gold Coast in around 3 minutes, and the
1 Dutch Lad at the Gold Coast, 19 and 460. 2 Evil update, 680, 2 even. 3 Dagworth, 13 and $3.40. 4 late.
Bon voyage, as far as you're concerned, Paul, I believe.
Yes, yes, heading off at the end of today. Yes, indeed. It's my last shift.
All right, so no crocodile tears, not just yet anyway.
Fair enough.
All right, 9 races today. The first is the Light Ice Maiden. I've gone 1 from 6 and 8.
They're off and running this time, and out in a beautiful line. Manor Hill on the outside. Classic Secret began well, with Typhoon Barney and Toy Carousel ridden forward from the outside. Now Babetto's getting up on the inside of Camp. Amani's near the rail. 2 further back, Lord of the Pines, followed further back by New Trader, and last of all Cloth of Gold. Manor Hill from the outside is going to cross over and lead. It's well out off the fence, about 3/4 in front of Babetto. Then Classic Secret and Toy Carousel is caught 3 deep. 2 lengths further back, Typhoon Barney. Lord of the Pines on the fence. Camp Amani's up in the middle, so Typhoon Barney's 3 wide. 2 to New Trader, and outside it Cloth of Gold. At the 900-metre mark, and Manor Hill still hasn't crossed over, about a half in front of Babetto, the fence. They're followed 3/4 further back by Classic Secret. 2 to Toy Carousel, 3 deep around Camp Amani's. On the fence, Lord of the Pines, a length and a half, then to Typhoon Barney, still wide. They're followed by New Trader, and last of all Cloth of Gold. At the 750-metre mark, Babetto has railed up on the inside of Manor Hill. 2 lengths further back, Classic Secret. 1 then to Lord of the Pines, who's quickly improved to 4th. Then Toy Carousel around Camp Amani's, a length and a half, then to Typhoon Barney. New Trader and 2 to Cloth of Gold. Last of all, 550 up, nearing the turn. Babetto the inside and Manor Hill. 2 to Classic Secret. Lord of the Pines has had a good trip over on the inside, looking for a way out. Then Camp Amani's and Typhoon Barney. 300 to go. Babetto in front of Manor Hill under pressure. Lord of the Pines shifts off the fence and goes after the leader. Then New Trader from the further back came Typhoon Barney, but the leader Babetto. Lord of the Pines ranging up on the outside. Lord of the Pines has got up 2 on the inside. Babetto, then New Trader, Typhoon Barney. Lord of the Pines got his head in front of Babetto, and Lord of the Pines, bob of the head, might be Lord of the Pines over Babetto. Heads are out of sync. Then behind those, New Trader with Typhoon Barney. Further back then came Cloth of Gold from Manor Hill, Camp Amani's Classic Secret. Toy Carousel last of all.
Another photo finish.
Resting between Lord of the Pines, number 4, and 2 Babetto there at Sandown, as we go back to Brian.
All Lord of the Pines, 520, 180 in the photo with 2. Babetto, 220 the place, 710 for the win, and 9 New Trader, 280.
Yes, his head's come down at the right time. The heads were seesawing to the line, but he's got it a nose here. Number 4, Lord of the Pines, from Babetto, number 2. Projected photo is up in 133.8. And that's a new record, I think you'll find, inside the 134.1 held by Toyle. And Lord of the Pines, who had a good trip all the way, was going on to probably win it by a head, but he was getting tired. And just near the line, he was lifting his head, and Babetto's head came back again. But it's a nose decision going to number 4, Lord of the Pines, from 2 Babetto. And number 9 has got third, number 9, New Trader. 4, 2 and 9. 4, 2 and 9. The run he had, he's entitled to win and win pretty easily. But just as he got up there, he started to labour, and Babetto continued to kick. And the heads were just seesawing to the line with Babetto's head coming back again. But Lord of the Pines, Basta has been able to just scrape home. 4.29 and a new track record, 133.8. 133.8 is the time. Lord of the Pines just from Babetto, and New Trader third ahead of Typhoon Barney, who ran his race in patches. Typhoon Barney didn't have much luck getting on the track. And the one that had the good trip all the way was the winner, because he never went around a horse to the until the home straight at about the 300, 250 metre mark. That's what he hooked off the back of Babetto to get out and challenge Babetto. And looked as though he'd probably go home and win it about a half length, but seemed to take him an eternity, but he's got there right on the line. 4, 2 and 9, 4, 2, 9 to race number 3 on the program. Totes are up.
They're off this time. They came away as 1. Now, who is going to lead? It's Lonhro showing a tremendous amount of pace, and Octagonal Sun Lonhro draws to a lead of about a length or so now as they settle down. In second position, Royal Courtship going up swiftly. Travelling third at the moment over on the inside as they settle down, Cut for Deal from Prince of War, and then Eagle Dance from My Wishing Star, and 2 lengths to Motor Race. Lonhro steadied coming down to the 650, a half length on the favourite Royal Courtship. About 2 lengths away, third Prince of War on the outside of Cut for Deal, a length and a half to Eagle Dance, My Wishing Star the outer, and last of all is Motor Race as they travel to the bend, and Lonhro in charge, about a half to 3/4 of a length on Royal Courtship, 2 lengths to Prince of War, and then Cut for Deal from My Wishing Star. In the stretch, 300 metres to go. Lonhro is the leader, narrowly though from Royal Courtship. They've got a break of about 4 Prince of War. Lonhro the inside, the leader. On the outside, Royal Courtship, a bit of a handful for the rider. A dead set 2-horse war, Lonhro and Royal Courtship stride for stride. Lonhro, Royal Courtship as they reach the line. Royal Courtship, I think, a nostril. Maybe Royal Courtship a nostril to Lonhro, but a very tight finish. Prince of War's run third from Motor Race. Further back in the field on the outside came My Wishing Star. Second last was Cut for Deal and Eagle Dance at the tail of the field.
Another photo finish for Orbit Financial Services. Yes, you can afford a better car.
Great battle between Royal Courtship, number 1, 210, 130, and Lonhro, 190 for the place, and no third for 6, Prince of War.
Werribee numbers official, 10.59. We have correct weighted Eagle Farm for 6.43. A length and a quarter, a short half head, 58.6 weight rated Eagle Farm. Photo at Rosehill. Werribee 10, the winner Alpine Countess pays $4 and 1.60. 5 Roselander, 2.20. 9 Ruzon, $2.90.
Okay, we're not actually covering that race at Werribee today, the race meeting there, the Victorian Provincial meeting. It's 26 minutes to 2. We'll be heading off to Kell very shortly for the next at the Greyhounds. Should have those Sydney totes through in a moment. It's still a photo there. Ian?
The computerised finish links, and the number comes up. Number 1 is the winner, and that is Royal Courtship, ridden by Brian York. Number 1 is first. Number 4 is second, that is Lonhro, ridden by Rod Quinn. Number 6, Prince of War, ridden by Chris Muntz, was officially third. 1, 4, 6. Royal Courtship paying $2.10 and 1.40. Lonhro, 1.90. No third, Prince of War. Quinilla, 2.90. Exacta, 4.80. Trifecta, 32.80. When the judge...
Back in the 80s that he said, racing, out in a good line. Make Mine Magic went back at the start. Cullen away, running, going with him as Paint and Sports. Parks up third early. Mastic eases back. Windigo further out from runs to win, followed by Toledo, who's outside Mastic, and Make Mine Magic is 3 deep. They've gone to the 1,000 now, and Cullen No high speed, though. He led a length and a half to Paint, and Sports is tucked away third. Windigo went up fourth, 2 lengths further back than Make My Magic wide, but got around the outside of Marstic. Then Toledo at the 800 runs to win last of all. Coming down the side at the 750 metre mark, Cullen nearly a length in front of Paint. 2.5 to Sports, a half Windigo, 1.5 Make My Magic. Marstic ridden along on the inside of Toledo. They're about 5 and 6 lengths off the lead, and 2 to runs to win last of all. On the turn, 550 out. Cullen straightened up under a fair hold, about a neck in front of Paint on the outside. 2 lengths further back, Sports about to come away from the rail. They're followed by Windigo. Toledo a mile off them, followed further back by Make My Magic. Cullen in front. Sports about to angle for the gap between it and Paint. The run's not quite there, and then further out, Make My Magic. Cullen just the leader. Now Sports gets out with Paint further out. Sports going up to Cullen and Paint. It's Sports putting his head in front from Paint near the line. Sports wins it ahead to maybe Paint and a nose Cullen. Then came Make My Magic. Further back in the race then, Marstic. Toledo didn't really come on. Further back, runs to win, and Windigo near the tail.
Keen finish, number 3 Sports, 420, 160. 2 Paint, $2 with 6 Cullen, 210.
Another photo finish for Orbit Financial Services. How did I afford a new car? I called 9297-5151.
Judge calling for the photo. Sports has poked through to win this, and they've equalled the record 193. They dropped the speed early. Sports will get it. Has poked his head through to beat Paint and Cullen. And they've equalled the track record 193, but there wasn't high speed on early when Cullen led with Paint outside him. They went at a good clip, but they cranked it up from the home turn. You could see Sports was the one enjoying the run. He just had to angle between Cullen and Paint. It just took a while for the Gouts to get him out. But once he saw daylight, he really motored, and he's won this about ahead. 3-2-6 in the frame. Number 3 Sports, ridden by Darren Gouchy, gets home just on ahead over number 2 Paint. Game in defeat, sitting on the outside of the leader Cullen most of the way. And Cullen has certainly stepped up to the mark today under these conditions, weight for age. He might be a summer horse. That's when he struck his form, late spring, but particularly into the summer, going over to New Zealand at the start of the year on the railway and telegraph and races like that. This might be the key to this horse, Cullen. He's only been beaten at probably a short head and a half head in equal track record time. So I believe a New Zealand trip is certainly still on for Cullen again. 420 and 160 for Sports. He's 2 for 2 here at Sandown. Pretty genuine.
He presses the button, and there they go, another perfect dispatch. The favourite jumped nicely, Curda here. Closer in, Tilly's Place hopped out well and up, looking for the leaders, Veloci and company with Scenic Review. Cloistered Habits is not far away, a little more than a length into Miss Hepburn, followed closely by Sugarland, and then comes Tango Lady. Tilly's Place is starting to drift back over near the inside, followed by Bust Loose and May May to the rear. On the first corner they travel, and Scenic Review and Show Doll have raced away about 3 lengths on Veloci, and Cloistered Habits settling 4th. Curda here is 5th on the inside of Sugarland. A couple of lengths then to Tango Lady, parked over on the inside, and then comes Miss Hepburn, a length of Tilly's Place. Second last is Bust Loose and May May the tail ender. 600 metres left to go, and Scenic Review gets her own way in front now by more than a length on Show Doll. Veloci 3rd from Cloistered Habits, and then Curda here. Wider out on the track is Sugarland, and Tilly's Place is closer in as they round the bend. Scenic Review straightens up a half length on Show Doll. Veloci goes between them, and then Cloistered Habits. A length further back, Tilly's Place, and Curda here has lost ground. Down to the 200 marker, and Veloci strode away here, and inside the 200 Veloci put 2 Scenic Review, Tilly's Place, followed by Show Doll. Nothing else a chance, but Veloci relishing the grass. It's a length and a half in front of Scenic Review. Veloci's getting tired, running off the track a bit, but will win. Veloci from Scenic Review, Tilly's Place, and Curda here, and then Sugarland, Show Doll, followed home then by Miss Hepburn over on the inside, Bust Loose, May May, Cloistered Habits, and Tango Lady was a distant last.
3 Veloci, 550, 160. 8 Scenic Review, 290, and 6 Tilly's Place, 410.
Veloci got very tired over the concluding stages. Number 3 Veloci at 540 and 170 has been able to score here. The second and third numbers will be coming up in just a matter of moments. Number 8 for second, and that is Scenic Review, written by Paul Falvey. Her dividend in New South Wales is 360, and Tilly's Place, number 6, has run third, and she's returned a dividend of $3.60. 3, 8 and 6, Quinella, 31.70, exact is 62.40, the trifecta 716.40. Veloci's trained by Graham Begg. It's a real family horse because it's owned by Graham's father, Neville Begg and Partners, and is by Prego from Razor Gallop, and ridden by Scott Pollard, has scored in the time of 1:21.91. Well, that's only 0.45 outside Sportique's, or 4.6 actually, 0.46 outside Sportique's class record. So this track still officially designated as heavy, and yet in the times for the first 3 races it indicates that the track is racing a little more towards the slow mark. But nevertheless, maybe the rain, if it's set in, the track might just worsen up a fraction. Who knows?
Racing this time. One of the slowest away was Stark Player. The other fillies have gone away quickly. Harpy away fast today. Had its head in front, but Smites as Trish takes it on from Queen travelling forward. Patril fourth from Oh Blue Angel, Mrs. Tandilka. Then Libidinius is out very wide from Stark Player, followed by Chalonnaise, and 2 last of all to Kalen. From the outside here, and Smites as Trish took it up from Queen. Third, Patril and Harpy slotted in fourth, 1 off the fence, 2 lengths further back then. Oh Blue Angel fifth on the inside of Libidinius, a length further back, Mrs. Tandilka. Chalonnaise back in the middle, and Mrs. Tandilka's out 3 deep on the fence. Stark Player, 2 to Kalen last of all at the 850 metre mark. Smites as Trish about 3/4 in front of Queen, a length further back Patril, 1 to Harpy fourth, 2 lengths further back than Libidinius on the outside of Oh Blue Angel. Chalonnaise moving up on the outside of those, 2 lengths further back Mrs. Tandilka, followed by Stark Player. Kalen last of all, coming to the bend at the 550 metre mark. Smites as Trish just led from Queen. Further out as Harpy making its run off the track as Libidinius. Patril is behind those, followed by Oh Blue Angel, caught up between runners from Chalonnaise at the 350 metre mark, and Queen got up to Smites as Trish. Harpy makes a line at 3, comes at them now, and further back is Oh Blue Angel. They're followed by Patril and then Mrs. Tandilka. Harpy with its head in front, 180 to go now, lengthens, draws a length in front of Oh Blue Angel. Queen can't go on. Later Kalen, Mrs. Tandilka, but Harpy has scored on the line. Photo for the minors. Kalen, Mrs. Tandilka and Oh Blue Angel. Behind them Patril, they got over the top of Queen. Then Chalonnaise, a gap Smites as Trish, Stark Player, and Libidinius is last of all.
Number 4, Harpy, $4, $1.70, 6, Carlin, 3.10, 5, Mrs. Tandilka, 2.60.
Number 4, Harpy, and 122.3. Had a lovely run fourth, 1 off the fence most of the way, went up to Queen. I really liked the way this big filly started to lengthen at about the 80-90 metre mark. She really pinned her ears back and came through with a beautiful flowing galloping action, and she's won and won impressively. Number 4. Judge calling for the photos. A couple of back markers here finishing pretty well out wide for the minors. We've got Kalen, Mrs. Tandilka. They were all running home very well out deep on the track. But Harpy has been a bit too strong, number 4, ridden by Brett Preble. Number 4, now the minors, let's have a look. Gee, this is close again. Kalen the centre, Oh Blue Angel, and they've just beaten for the minor placing the outside Mrs. Tandilka. I just wonder where now, is he going to be able to separate Kalen, Oh Blue Angel? I don't think he can, just looking at the noses on the line, and a nose out of the place is Mrs. Tandilka. So there's a nose between 3 of them, and I don't know whether he's going to be able to separate Kalen in the middle, Oh Blue Angel. Yeah, it'll be a dead heat between those 2. And Mrs. Tandilka just misses on the outside. So 4 and a dead heat between 3 and 6. So that's the second dead heat for the day for the minors. So it's 4, a clear winner just over a length, a dead heat between Oh Blue Angel, Kalen in the middle, and only a whisker then the outside Mrs. Tandilka. So 4 and a dead heat between 3 and 6 after the running of race number 5 today. As we move to the next on the card, and this of course race 6, the Sandown Classic, and the scratching here is number 10. Number 10 out of the Sandown Classic, set down for 10 past 3, followed by the Sandown Guineas, and the late scratching there, Candana Lad, which is horse number 12. Right, 4 and a dead heat between 3 and 6. Number 4, Harpy, second win for the day for the Hawks operation.
They're off. Papal from the inside first out. .com in second position, right up there early today. Only Natural is third. Royal Trina's very, very wide, and Proud Harvest improving with Oakfield Lass abstained. Now as they travel 300 odd metres, and Papal is the leader. Second posse is .com. Royal Trina now taking second place from .com. Proud Harvest fourth, and Abstained Wider is next, followed by Only Natural. A length further back opponent Oakfield Lass, followed by Us I Am Stand Firm Elite Trooper, and a length further off in the field Tobias Reed. Reef. Papal sets up a good pace, and down the back goes Papal, opening up 3 lengths now. Second is Royal Treen, a length to .com, 3/4 to Proud Harvest. A length further back is Abstained to Run, Only Natural. Opponent is next, a length and a half to Oakfield as our Siam, creeping up on the inside, Stand Firm. Elite Trooper next to last, and Absolute Tobias Reef. Papal's got a handy break as they come out of the back straight and gallop their way towards the 850, and Papal must lead about 6 or 7 lengths on Royal Trend. .com third, the inside, a couple to Proud Harvest, 1 Abstained. He's been forced to cover a bit of ground, and then comes Only Natural on the fence. Opponent the outside from Oakfield Lass, our Siam, and then Stand Firm, Elite Trooper, and still last is the big horse Tobias Reef. Papal in front, 600 left to go, about 5 lengths. .com and Royal Trend, both being pushed along to pick up ground on this leader. Another 3 to Proud Harvest, 1 Abstained, 4 to Only Natural. Opponent Oakfield Lass, our Siam is next. Around the corner, and Papal is coming back. In second position, a length and a half away, Royal Train. .com on the inside is under the whip as Royal Train is after this leader in earnest. 2 to Proud Harvest and 4 Abstained, but Royal Train, he's a half length from Papal, but Papal still in front. 150 to go. Papal from Royal Train, who can't peg him back, and then Proud Harvest and .com. Papal is refusing to give in. He's done all the bullocking work, and he's got to get the money. Papal, a gutsy effort. Papal beat Royal Train, Proud Harvest and .com, followed by our Siam, Oakfield Lass, Stand Firm, Tobias Reef, Abstained, Elite Trooper, Only Natural, and last to greet the judge opponent.
Trained at Cobbity. Papal, number 9. Value in the quaddy if you've got it. $20.70, $4.10, number 9 from 3. Royal Train, 150, and 1 Proud Harvest, 350.
Back, he'd run third at Port Macquarie, second at Nara, second at Warwick Farm, and here he is leading all the way to take out the 4th of the day. Number 9, Papal, ridden by little Michael Squires. He's having a great run, and Papal has paid $19.50 on the Wintote in New South Wales. And for a place, $3.70. Number 3 is second, and that is Royal Train. Brian York paid $1.80. And number 1 is third, Proud Harvest, ridden by Chris Muntz, has paid $3. Quinella, $49.10. Exacta, $134 even. The trifecta, $1,080.50. 3 into 9 for the extra double in New South Wales, $120.60. 4th, 5th and 6th shortly to see if the superfecta has gone off. The winner, Papal, is prepared at Cobbity by Brian Lawson, and is owned by the Mayfarm Lodge Racing Syndicate by Zoffany from Native Delight. A 4-year-old bay gelding has scored in the time of 1 minute 52.62, 1:52.62. That'll stand as the class record. 37.72 is the last 600 metres, and 4th, 5th and 6th in abeyance.
Tote Dividends 9, the winner Papal pays $20.70 and $4.10. 3 second Royal Train, $1.50, and 3rd to 1 Proud Harvest, $3.40. Quinella, $41, Exacta, $199.80, Trifecta, $1,351.80, and the running double on 3 and 9, $78.30. Correct rate of Werribee on...
Okay, race number 5 at the Canberra Greyhound.